Hi, fourth grade. You're going to be doing science with Mrs. Boswell, and it says wave patterns and information transfer. It says I can model and explain how waves move. So this week we're going to be focusing on explaining why waves move, but we're also going to do experiments to figure those out. So we're going to start with this piece. We're going to start with phenomenon. Okay. If you look over here at the picture, I want you to be looking about what do they all have in their hands? Okay. And let's come over here to our first question. It says, how do you think a text message gets from one device to another device? So you can pause the video. And what I would like you to do is get out your science notebook and jot down some ideas of how do you think this device is going to send a message to one of these two devices here. You can pause the video as you need. So we're going to complete this on our science spiral notebook. The second question you'll answer is, how do you think pictures get from one device to another device? So not only am I going to send a text message from one device to another, how am I going to send a picture from one device to another? Again, you can pause the video to write that down. All right, our last question. What are other questions do you have about what is happening in this photo? So what else do you think how could they send, what other types of messages can be sent on these devices? Or what can be seen on these devices? So again, pause as you need. All right, so then I want you to do this. I want you to pause the video. And you can either go share, you can do think, pair, share with a partner, or you can share with a sibling. Maybe it's if you're at home, it's one of your favorite stuffed animals. Or you could also record a video on Seesaw and submit it to your teacher that way. All right, great job. Now that you've resumed, your next activity is this. You're going to use this key vocabulary ladder. And over here, you'll see that you have definitions. I'm actually going to make this a little bigger so you can see the bottom part. Okay, and if you notice over here, I'll stop moving my mouse. It says, use your Inspire Science Handbook. So you need to get your science handbook, and you're going to open up to pages 328 to 335. And you're going to be using these words over here, and I'm going to read through them. Amplitude. I'll repeat that again. Amplitude, echolocation, pitch, wavelength, binary code, frequency, sound wave, echo, medium, volume. These are going to be our key vocabulary words that we're going to be focusing on this week. Now, not only could you look on pages 328 to 335 in your Inspire Science book, but you can also look up in the glossary these words, and you will find them. And what you'll do is you'll write the vocabulary word that matches the definition. And these are going to become in very handy this week because these are a lot of the words that we're going to be using as we investigate sound and sound waves. Okay, so you'll complete this activity on Seesaw and submit a picture to your teacher. Here's our next part. By the way, on that last activity, you could pause the video, and then you can come back to this. So here's our next part, and you're going to do this activity again in your science spiral notebook. So telecommunications engineer. It says, read this passage about a telecommunications engineer. STEM career connection, telecommunications engineer. Telecommunications engineers develop solutions to problems in the areas of communication and data transfer. Telecommunications engineers can work on wireless phone systems, radio, and satellite communication technologies. These engineers can work on improving internet and broadband connections. So, in your spiral notebook, you're going to answer this question. And it says, draw and label a diagram to show how you think information travels from its source to your cell phone or computer. So say Mrs. Boswell is going to send you an email from her computer to your iPad. How would that information travel? I want you to draw a design. So you're going to be like a telecommunications engineer, and you're going to develop the solution of how that data is going to travel from Mrs. Boswell's email and her computer all the way to your iPad. Let's see what your thoughts are. All right, that ends our lesson for today. Make sure you put a picture of your diagram on Seesaw for your teachers to see. Great job today.